Synchronizing processes within and outside a company will enable you to meet customer demands for lower cost and faster delivery. Epicor offers you a full range of supply chain management capabilities built within a single business platform based on industry-leading service-oriented architecture. This is a comprehensive solution with purchasing, sourcing and procurement, inventory control, and warehouse management, so these demo highlights will touch upon only a small amount of the true functionality. Within the supplier relationship management module, one of the tools that I have at my disposal is what we call the buyer workbench. This is a 360-degree view of everything that a buyer would need to do as it relates to requesting quotes from your vendors and also acting on purchasing suggestions as well as existing purchase orders that are already out there. We have the ability of having multiple buyers set up within our software. Those buyers can buy certain products, certain product classes, and more. Within each person that logs in, you're going to be able to see a suggestions list and a snapshot of where you stand today with all of your open POs and RFQs. So very quickly on the General tab, from a PO perspective, how many open releases I have, and of those releases, how many are overdue, due today, this week, in the future, what I've sent in for approval that needs to be approved, and what has been rejected. I also have the same visibility on the request for quote side of things as I get requests for quotes and pricing from my vendors to myself. Within the tree structure here on the left, I can see different suggestions that I might want to act on. Some of those could be change suggestions, where when I select this, I can see an existing PO that is out there for Nordstrom Supply for this bolt, and the fact that I can see here that this is a postponed suggestion which says the original due date was on 11/18 of 2008, and you now have a new due date of April 30th of 2009. I can edit that purchase order line and accept that change and fax or email an update out to my customer. I also have the ability to act on new purchasing suggestions. And within the new purchasing suggestions, I can bring a new window up, which will give me a snapshot list view based on all the demand that I need to place out to suppliers inside my software. If I maximize this screen, I can now start to see it by order date, end due date, the part number, the description. If I'm buying it to a work order or a job, I can see that, or I might possibly just be buying it to inventory. I have the ability of being able to filter by different scenarios in here, whether it be by part, whether it be by supplier, or any number of other things that I could now start to group within the header of the screen. If I wanted to look at a particular vendor called Samson Steel, I could now start to open them up and see all the different purchases I need to make for that vendor. I might also choose to sort them by part number, and I can now start to make selections here within the different items that I need to buy. And then when I'm finished with that, I can come up to my actions and generate my purchase orders. Once those purchase orders are generated, I can have them auto fax or auto print out to those associated vendors, or I can take a look at those in the buyer workbench, one last review, and make sure that it is what I am expecting to send out to my suppliers. So as I come back into the purchase order tab here, I can now start to see for that particular vendor, Samson Steel, there's purchase order 289, that I can now right-click and drill into that purchase order. This is a snapshot view of our purchase order screen now. Within the purchase order entry, I have a header, I have all of my different line items, and certainly with security rights, I have the ability to update this purchase order, add new lines, add new charges, add new functions here within the purchase order entry section itself. From here is also where I will send this off to my vendor, where I can email it out to them. Once I've selected my printer, I can then toggle over out of my purchase order system within Epicor into Microsoft Outlook and be able to see the email that was generated to my vendor. I can have either a TIFF format or a PDF format displayed, and there is my purchase order to Samson Steel, and then all the different line items for that purchase order also coming below. That is a quick look of Epicor Supply Chain Management.